ever wondered how other people are getting these graduate assistantship or research assistantship positions and you're like, wait, what am I doing wrong? So in today's video, I'll share with you the secrets to getting some of these positions and how you too can get these positions and easily fund your education. Let's jump right into it. The first thing is a lot of graduate assistantship positions come with your admission offer. So that means when the school gives you an offer of admission that, hey, you've been accepted into this school, into this program, they usually also say this is your funding package. And as part of that funding package, they will mention that we'd love to have you as a graduate assistant, and these are the terms basically. So that's how many people get their graduate assistantship positions. But let's talk about those of us that didn't get those, okay? It didn't come with our admission offer. So if you are that person who did not get a graduate assistantship position and you're interested in learning how you can get such a position, whether that's G8, that's what I'll be sharing with you, how you too can get some of these positions even after you've gotten your admission offer or when you've already started the program. It doesn't matter. So these tips I'll be sharing really work. Like as long as you have the admission offer, you can do these things. So step one, once you have your admission offer, you need to create a list of all professors taking programs that are related to your education or experience. So what I'm saying is, once you get your admission offer, go to the school's website, go to your department's website, that's like the program you're going into, and check for professors that are taking programs that you have some experience in. So if some of those professors are taking courses that you took in undergrad, for instance, or courses that are related to a volunteer opportunity you've led before, or they are taking courses that is very related to your professional experience, you should create a list of all those professors and all those courses they are taking. That is very important, and that is your step one. Now, don't wait till you get to the school to do this. And this is the issue a lot of international students especially have. They're like, oh, maybe I have to get into the program and then get to school before I can create this list. No, you should have this list the moment you have your admission letter. Start working on that list, and that is your step one. Create a very good list, maybe 10 or 15 or 20 professors that are taking courses that are related to your education or your professional background. So that is the first thing you need to do. Now, step two, you need to email those professors. And I know this is the part where people get really anxious, but you need to email those professors. You need to email them talking about even if they've not advertised any position, they don't need to advertise any position. And I need you guys to tap into this, because this is how a lot of people, I know many people that got their teaching assistant positions and GA positions by doing this. And they did this while they were in their home country. So don't say that I need to get to Canada first before I can do this. Or I know people that did it from their home country and got those offers before they even got their visa. So don't wait until you get your student visas approved. So you need to email the professor. That is step two. Email the professors saying, I came across your profile, that you take this program or you take this course or you run this project on campus. I'm wondering if you are looking for any sort of assistant or a graduate assistant or teaching assistant or something like that. And, I have a lot of experience in this area. I worked in this XXX for this number of years, and I think I'll really, talk about what you would really bring to the program or to the course, or how you can support. You need to send that email to all the professors on your list. Now, what should you have in that email? You should have specific courses you're interested in supporting. That's the first thing you should have you should include in that email. You should have, of course, you should get their name correctly. I'm sure someone is like, of course, but people make that mistake every time. People always spell my name wrong. But a lot of people, professors, don't like that. Don't spell their names wrong. If they are a professor, write professor. If they are a doctor, write a doctor. Just things like that. So you need to first include the specific course you're talking about. Then the second thing is You need to also state why you are qualified for, supporting them. Maybe you've done this before as part of your volunteer project. Maybe you've done this before as part of your professional experience. Maybe you've taught a class similar to this before. Maybe you have supported a professor or somebody else in your undergrad that taught a similar program. That's another thing you need to include. And then another thing you need to include in the program is in the email is what you would do differently. Like if you have any ideas on how that project or that course can even be improved, or some angle you want to bring to it, share that as well. And then another thing you need to include in that email is the call to action. This is so important. Don't just send people emails without having a call to action. You need to include in that email, I would really love to have a chat with you where I will share more about my experience, or could you please refer me to this other program if you are not hiring. Like, you need to ask for a specific thing. Could you please let me know if you would have some time to chat over the next couple of weeks? Would you please do this? You need to include a call to action in that email. So those are like the 4 things I think that you need to include in that email. And of course, if you don't hear back from them, it's okay to follow up after a couple of days. Don't follow up the next business day, okay? Follow up after a couple of business days. That's the right thing to do, and see if you get a response. A lot of these professors will reply saying, hey, I don't have an opening, but I'll keep you in mind, or whatever. But a lot of them will refer you to the department or the program administrators, or they will refer you to their other professor friends that may be hiring for such positions at that time. So that is your second step. You need to email the professors and talk about your experience and what you can bring to the table. Now, step 3 is they will invite you for a chat, whether that's in person or over Zoom, Google Teams, or whatever, virtually. They will invite you for a chat, but please don't take this chat as chat, okay? People here use chat loosely, but what they're really going to do is interview you in some way. But it may not be as structured as the interviews you're used to. It may just be like a conversational interview, and they will ask you things like, so when you're going in for that conversation, prepare to talk about some of those things you shared in the email. Prepare to talk about your experience. Prepare to talk about why you're so excited to work with the professor, what you think you can bring to the table. Don't make it sound like you really only care about the money. Listen, I know that's what you care about, because these bills need to be paid. I know we care about that money, but don't make it sound like it's really the money that you need, even though that's what you need, okay? Just say things like why you're excited to work with that professor, what you can bring to the table, what you did with the other professors you've supported before, if you have, or what you did when you were volunteering that you can bring to this, position, things like that. That's what you need to prepare yourself to. That's how you need to prepare to talk when they invite you for some chat or conversation or interview, whatever they call it. That's how you need to prepare, and that's how you can get these positions, even though you weren't offered those positions at the beginning. You can actually hustle to get these positions. Instead, you need to have a bit of hustle, because you will email so many professors. Before you get one of these jobs, you may have to email like 5 or 6 or 7 professors before you even get an interview or a chat for these positions. So prepare yourself to just put in a bit of work, but to me, it's easy. Maybe I've sent too many emails in my life, but if you've drafted the email, it becomes easier to send to every additional professor. So that's that's the last step you need to take, when you, as part of this process of getting a job. Now, one thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about sending the email is you should also attach your resume. And if you have other essays or whatever that are relevant, that will be relevant to this position, you can attach it to that email. But just attach your resume. That is like standard. I mentioned that you're attaching your resume. But if you have questions on how to send this email and you want me to share a template with you, just put a comment in the in the comment section. I will likely either do another video or share a template of this a template email like this with you, so you can easily send to those professors. But that's how you get these GA positions. So I've talked about how you get these positions, right? Another one, this is just like a bonus tip I want to mention, is if you have done at least one semester in the school and you get very good grades in that course or in a couple of courses, you can easily become a teaching assistant. And to me, my experience, teaching assistantship jobs pay quite a bit. You know, that's how that's what I did for some time when I was at Yale. So I really think teaching, I like the teaching assistant position. So here's how it works. If you've done one semester or two semesters and you did very well, maybe top 10% in that course, and you got very good grades, the next year, so let's say you're in your first year, maybe you're doing a master's and it's a 2-year master's program. In your first year, you did a course and you scored very high there. In your second year, you can write to that professor and say, hey, I took this class last year. Can I support you, you know, for next year when you're taking this course again? And usually they love it. They love when people that have taken the course write to them to be teaching assistants. And that's how you can become a teaching assistant in your second year. And so if you did 5 courses, and you were able to get if you got very high grades for 5 of your courses in your first year, you can become a TA for all 5 courses in your second year. And on average, my experience, some of those teaching assistant positions in a semester, maybe you get $2,000, and that's how you can get $10,000 or whatever that is. Of course, you need to pay attention to the number of hours you need to spend, but that's another way you can get these positions. So if today's video was helpful to you, please give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe if you want more videos like this. And let me know in the comments if you want me to share a template email that you can send to these professors, or if you have any questions about how all of this works. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in my next video.